This segment brought to you by Kansas Wheat. Learn more at rediscoverwheat.org.
Welcome back to Ag Etc. I'm Brityne Rucker. And for you wheat producers, K-State has just released the 2020 Wheat Variety Disease and Insect Rating Report, a comprehensive guide on variety resistance to the prominent diseases that commonly attack wheat stands in Kansas. And walking me through this report, I have with me now K-State Wheat Disease Specialist Kelsey Anderson. Welcome, Kelsey.
Hi, thanks for having me. So this wasn't a major epidemic year in terms of just some years we have major blowouts where we'll have really bad Fusarium head blight or really bad wheat streak mosaic, and we'll lose a lot of acres to those diseases. But we did have a good amount of stripe rust throughout the state. So we had reports that started in central Kansas in late April, and we had reports all throughout most of the counties in the state. Although it remained at trace levels, particularly out west and in most fields in northwest Kansas. So stripe rust is one that we're continuing to watch. We've started to have a race shift where a lot of the varieties that have been traditionally resistant to the races of stripe rust we have here in the Great Plains are starting to lose some of that resistance. So that was really what concerned us with stripe rust this year. Other than stripe rust, we had sporadic reports of Fusarium head blight. So we did have the right conditions, at least leading into flowering for Fusarium head blight in central and especially southeast and south central Kansas. And we did see a number of fields, but we think that this dry window that we had right after that flowering period might have saved us just a little bit, some of the losses we could have had given that wet period during flowering. There were several places where we had a good amount of septoria leaf spot and tan spot, so some of those foliar fungal diseases that really like a lot of moisture in the canopy. And so that was one thing that popped up in sporadic places that contributed to some losses. And then on the viral side of things, we had reports of barley yellow dwarf and some patches where we had pretty severe wheat streak mosaic. So we're going to remind people now especially that this is the moment to really be managing that volunteer wheat to make sure we keep those levels low going into next season.
Now, Kelsey, I really want to dive into how this report is put together.
Sure, yeah. So we have annually we've put together this wheat and insect rating guide, and it's been part of the publication series here at Kansas State for many years. And what I think makes this report so unique is that we really pull in data from many different sources. And really a lot of it is data that we collect throughout the year, going to variety demo plots, going to our variety performance trials. We have our own internal screens, and we bring all of that data together and can really give the most accurate information about how any given variety will respond to the disease pressure we have here in Kansas. So sometimes you'll see those numbers won't exactly line up with what potentially a company is advertising, and that's because this data is coming directly out of Kansas. So I think that's what makes this publication so unique and such a valuable tool that we can use going into planting, to really select those varieties that have some defensive traits.
Absolutely, and going right into that, it truly is important to sort of cross-reference your selections that you're making.
Yeah, absolutely. So you want to make sure that you're doing your homework and you're looking at each of those variety disease traits, and then also looking at some of the agronomic traits. So standability is really an important one, maturity. So all of that information is there. And this is a great tool that we can use side by side with those variety performance trial results. So we want to take a look at some of the yield results, and then we want to go and dig deeper into some of those disease ratings.
For people who are interested in this report, where can they access it?
Sure, yep. So this report is available here at the Kansas State bookstore. There's a link to it. There's also a link on our website in the plant pathology department. If you go to the extension tab, I think it's probably easiest if you just Google it, K-State Disease and Insect Rating Guide 2020, and all of that will lead to the most up-to-date version.
Well, Kelsey, thank you so much for being on the program.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me.
I'm Brityne Rucker, and this has been Ag A.M. in Kansas.
Thanks for watching Ag Etc. As always, I'm Brityne Rucker, and I'll see you here next week here on Ag A.M. in Kansas.